Hello, what's going on? It is March 30th, 11:58 p.m. It's March 30th. It's March 30th. So I just wanted to come up on here because I said I was going to come up here later today to go ahead and do a video. I know you probably was thinking that's a hell of a lot later, but yeah, here I am. I would have put on my robe, but unfortunately, my cat hat absconded it for me because he wants to go ahead and look outside. Literally right now, he wants to look outside, as he lays on it just all comfortably, and I'm like, "You know what? Who am I to go ahead and ruin that for you?" Especially since I'm gonna go wash up and change, um, pajamas and robe anyway, but I'm gonna wear this white little sweater, which is very cute. It's giving lamb, and it really all ties in because um earlier today I talked to you guys, I got dressed, I did my thing. I did my thing in full rest and restoration. So funny. It was like, a Good Friday and things of that nature being sandwiched in between Easter. So yeah, I just basically I had my rest and I just, I reflected, I learned, I practiced some language, learning, I'm learning well, excuse me, I'm harnessing and I guess like I wouldn't say spit shining, that's kind of nasty, but just like I'm cleaning up on my languages, on learning my languages. So I'm doing that. I was more fluent in a few languages when I was a younger kid, and it was more easier for me because I used to speak with my mom and practice it with my mother. And then I also had resources at school. So, but now, if you don't if you don't use it, you lose it. And I could use like, a fresh, recourse. And I'm also going to be taking classes again for school. So I think that is going to actually push me to get better at it. It's now March 31st. Happy Easter. Yay. So, but yeah, I came up in here because, like I said, I wanted to do a video. I took myself a good ass nap. Like I said, today was just, I mean, yesterday technically was a really good moment for me to just have a lot of, rest and restoration, after dealing with a whole bunch of just, negative ass people for entirely unjust causes, I needed to just kind of fully come, especially after my birthday. Yeah. I needed to come to y'all about like, the situation at hand, that's still ongoing, that grown ass people just can't get over. And I'm just like, and what the whole thing is getting over is my boundaries. And that the fact that they, have been trying to use me for a long time and now they're trying to save face. They're trying to clean up the mess. And black people in particular, because they were black people that wanted to start this mess in the first place. And I'm just like, yo, like you really decided to, go out and be a minus. And whether or not it is other people who are non-black who want to go ahead and capitalize off this bullshit, again, it is black people that was just like, oh yeah, here, take this opportunity in order to harm this woman, in order to mock her and belittle her for unjust causes or for whatever storyline that we want to make up about her, which is still unjust causes. So now here we the fuck are, where I'm just, I've had enough, and I'm at a point in my age where I realize that no one in their stature or no one in their right mind, is going to allow, this to basically no one in the right mind is going to allow this shit to happen. And so that means that clearly the world is run by chaotic, messy, miserable, very self-serving people. Okay, and it really should not be. It really should not be. If you actually want it to be, the way I say it should not be is because you are advertising yourselves in a way that goes against how you're behaving behind the scenes and behind, when the screen is off, in the group chats and things of that nature. That's why it's immoral, and that's why it's uncharacteristic of you. Because like whether it like whoever it is that you are deep down, you're not showing that. You're trying to sell another whole other side of yourself to the masses, especially to the youth who are becoming, adults, to the youth, that you are teaching them one thing, but then and at another point in time, on another other hand, you're fucking with their minds. And for a good portion of time, these people who are like now in their 20s or even in their 30s, these people right now, younger 30s, these people right now are also kind of like fucked up and having to compete. I'm fucking provoked with the older people. The older people who were literally using them as puppets to begin with. I told you so. I told you so. Gotta say that. I definitely gotta put that in there. I told you so. But yeah, this is where we are, and this is where just it continues to be. And I refuse to allow that to happen. Pardon me. I have to wash my hands really, really thoroughly because I was petting the cat and I gave her a good brushing, and then I wanted to go ahead and wash my hands again, and I took a nice little nap, and the cat is napping now on my flipping robe mess. And I decided to get me some cake, some Easter cake. Isn't this cute? And I have like this adorable napkin that says save the bees. Okay, save the bees. So yeah, now oh yeah, so yesterday, technically it's Saturday. After I spoke to you guys, I just, I learned my languages. I even have like my notes here, yo. Yeah, so I have door. So these are the things I'm translating right now. A tip for you that probably you might enter. Oh my God. You were showing yourselves. This is literally, it's almost like some type of Harry Potter shit, mischief manage. Okay. So anyway, I have these words and these phrases that I want to kind of catch up on. And some of these words I already know, some of these know I'm not confident in knowing, but I wanted to go ahead and verify it. And so I was just like, I'm putting these words around the house. So any type of anything that I see around the house, I'm putting the word in that language, and I'm also putting some phrases that just to learn. And then when I keep repeating them, it's going to become a habit, so that way I can always know it. And in the meantime, I also have a book right over here. It is a French children's book, but it's so crazy because this children's book has a nude woman, I think, like on the third page. And I was saying to myself earlier, I was like, Eric Jerome Dickey has more fucking um like respect. Do you feel me? Like, yo, it reminds me of that scene from Down with Love. He's just like, oh my god, that sounds scandalous. We're gonna have to sell it in a paper bag. Like it's just so funny because like, I'm just telling you, the French, they're just more laissez-faire with that stuff. It's just like, yeah, titties out, pooch out, screaming shout. It's crazy. And a whole bunch of animals or weird creatures like leering at the woman. I'm like, oh, bro. Um, this character gets on show like this. And these little napkins are so adorable. Save the bees, and I have, of course, but of course, gold. So yeah, um, I made a nice salad and some pizza. Like a Caesar salad with some chickpeas. It was very delicious. And oh, something I knew I tried. I tried black garlic. It is actually very delicious. Okay, I very highly recommend it. It has a slightly sweet taste, and it's kind of also smoky-ish. Surprisingly, I think it will go very nicely well if you paired it with certain kind of pastas, preferably white sauce or the thin kind of clear broth kind of pastas. It's really, really nice. And then also pair it nicely with the white wine. But I prefer it more with a white sauce pasta. I would definitely do it that. And seafood, definitely seafood. Chicken depends on how you make it. Definitely not breaded chicken. Or maybe you can. Yeah, I think you could do breaded chicken. Maybe breaded chicken on the side, but definitely not with pasta. Breaded chicken on the side. Then you slice it into very nice, not fine pieces, but you slice it into like maybe like as like slices as big as my finger. No, 2 fingers, less than 2 fingers. But like you slice the breasted crusted chicken, maybe like a pecan crusted chicken with dark with the black garlic and some truffles. No, they might be competing with each other. Just regular mushrooms. And sprinkle with some Parmesan cheese. Make it in a white sauce. Cream. Light salt. Pepper. Coarse pepper. Mm, I love food. Yeah, I grew up with a grandmother who loves to cook, who actually went to cooking school. She grew up, she grew up like on around a farm. and with a really bad mom. God did. So, we had some things in common. We had a lot of things in common. We're both fire signs. And we're just two awesome gals living in a world. um, oh, no, it was really cool. So, yeah. uh, Thank you for the confirmation. um, and then I had like some blush wine. It was like some white wine, but it was blush also. So, I mean, it's not blush also, but it was basically like a blush wine is basically between a white wine and a dark red, and it was a sweet. So it was a sweet wine, but it was blush. So there you go. And I finished that because I wanted today to be like a nice prosecco kind of moment because it's like the celebration of his resurrection. Like I said, I do believe in one God. And the thing is, it's like that's so crazy because, like, I mean, it's not crazy to believe in one God, but it's just like I respect aspects of Christianity. But these niggers, coons, and racists were thinking of it like I am shackled to it, or that I should be shackled to it. It's like saying for people who can understand this, it's like saying you love someone, but you're not in love with someone. Shit, you could be even in love with somebody, but you walk away from that person because ultimately you love yourself more to the point where you know that you can step away if that person happens to disrespect you and doesn't love you as well or as equally. Now, this actually comes at a time when I think the narrative that people are trying to push to save their face is supposedly that I wanted to be with them. And I'm just like, you are just a lot of dead weight. You serve me no purpose. This is why it was easy to leave all of you. Okay. I've expressed explicitly about how much I've done for you bitches since the very first day that I've met you. So you have done nothing for me. I've always been the person who's done something for you. It was inequitable at the very end of the day. Deal with it. So when it comes to that, I was just like, when people are on their spiel about heartbreak and betrayal, I'm just like, you've been there. You've done that. You've moved the fuck on. I've moved the fuck on. Y'all are still in that. Get the fuck over it. Okay? Seriously, get the fuck over it. Okay? It's a new day. Shit. Like, you feel me? Like, imagine you bitching and complaining about fucking heartbreak. Something as common and archaic as that on the Lord's resurrection. Like, could you imagine? Like, could you imagine happening to be at the circle? I'm assuming not be at the circle, but be at his tomb crying, at his loss, because that's loss, okay? As I was just talking about my fucking grandmother, who I can't get back, who's somebody who I definitely love, somebody who treated me well enough. And I was just like, yo, that's seriously fucking love. So imagine, you're at the tomb over there, somebody who cared about you enough, somebody who would actually ultimately, die for you because they felt like, your love was actually something so fucking awesome, or that your life was actually that worth it. And they say here in a third, well, they'll do that for you. And sometimes, it's people's job to go ahead and put their lives on the line for you. Some people just do it because they do it. For that, I can't explain it. Okay? And that's only because I'm speaking from um, a place now where it's like people are fucking crazy, um, and intentionally want to harm you. So it's just like, where is the line here? Like, what? But I can see a lot of people. I saw a lot of reasons for people who were like always enlisting in the military, doing it for money and for advantages and things of that nature, and because it was like a highly unlikely chance of them going into war, like serious war, or for any kind of casualty on their part to happen. And the same thing goes going with cops. In fact, cops are more likely to get harmed, and yet they don't get as much respect as somebody who is working in the military. And they're more so on the field. It's kind of per se where there is that rigorous training that people go through in the military that they've earned their fucking stripes. And they get housing if they needed to, and and they are basically at that point in time, they are, um, when you say a figure or anything like that, I mean, to put it plainly, they are the pawns, they are the product, and they are the government's product at that point in time. I'm not trying to say it in a condescending or a mess up like a negative way. I'm just kind of saying it because I can't think of it as any other kind of way, and I'm just kind of saying it to get it out of the way. Sorry, it's just not sorry, but it's just that my mind can only kind of see certain things as concepts. So when people get upset with me, I'm just like, I don't understand. It's like this is how my brain works. Like I know how there's a certain kind of ways and kind of things, that's like tactful. Sometimes even when I'm trying to be like when I'm trying to do sugarcoated things, or if I'm trying to like say something like nice, it just sounds even more like an asshole. This is really not trying to be. I'm really not trying to be. It's so sad. But yeah. But it's like, yeah, it's God, I was gonna go. I don't even want to say that word. Mm. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's nice. I should definitely leave this out because I didn't have my fridge, so it's kind of taking that moment to like. This cake was in the fridge, so it's having that moment where like the flavor needs to thaw. If you understand what I'm saying, because right now I'm gonna say like it tastes like there's no smell or anything in the refrigerator, but so when I say like it tastes like refrigerator, I mean it just tastes like it basically tastes like there's a layer over here. There's an invisible layer of saran wrap or something like that, and I'm just like licking it. Hi, that's my stomach right there. I think she said hello. um, Let me have some more water too, because I had just that blush wine, and so yeah, blush wine and a little bit of water and some cake. She's like, "You are irking my nerves. You will pay. You better be glad you got into the paper." Yeah, stupid. Yeah. Nice. Are you good, dinner? You good? I have no plates. Okay, there you go. I was gonna just drown the bitch. It's like, oh, this is probably just some, it's really just like little pot. I was putting on some shit like that. But anyway, um, yo, so people were definitely like on some bullshit earlier. They've been on it for several different years, and I'm just at this point right now where I'm doing me. It's 19 minutes in, so hold on. Pardon me. Just like I told you, I'll be back. Oh, pardon me. Um, yeah. So it's me. It's like yeah, I just I had my me time, and that's really just how it is. There's so crazy because okay, I'm in front of a whole bunch of people. Would you mind? Would you mind? Okay. It's like We're on the same team here. We're on the same team. Okay. All right. I think the stomach. We good? We good? Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna stop eating the cake right now because I think I angered my tummy to the point where she was just like, "All right, bitch, you wanna play these games? We'll play these games. I will embarrass you on TV. I mean, like on live, and I want no issues. Okay, I want no issues with the stomach. Okay, I come in peace. You know this. Okay, it's Lord's Day. Like, let's not have issues. Let's not have issues. Okay, it would be so weird, yo. I cannot imagine me being pregnant. I mean, I have been pregnant, but I never gave birth to a child. But I can just imagine the moment where I've had like, I carried a child into I can just imagine carrying a child into what is it called? I guess, like to birth and going through all those stages and things of that nature. I don't like how that discussion would be. First off, there would be so many cute things I think I would take that advantage to do. Oh my God, look, I said she is really she's not happy right now. She is definitely giving it up, making some room. Making my way uptown. Through the esophagus and out of her mouth. You talking shit. Well, bitch. I'm gonna promise you. Cause bitch, you tried. And now it's time for all the food to pass by. Through the line of stomach, I'll come through. Ooh, ooh, tonight. Like, bro, uh, look, I swear to beans, all I had after our conversations, like earlier today, all I had was, all right, I had a little piece of shimmy, some cake. And then after the conversation, and then before I had myself like a nice, I like two little, small little, triangles of a quesadilla and like some chips. And then I, had some wine, talk to you guys. And then after that, I shit, all I had were like two slices of pizza and plain, one with meat, and a nice salad, and that was it. Oh, with my wine. So no problems. Just no problems. We should be cool. You know, this is the weekend. Okay, there should be no problems. So I'm eating cake right now, a small smidgen of cake, and just have some water. So and I had some water earlier. Pardon me. And we're gonna have some vegetables tomorrow. Okay. That's some roasted vegetables. You feel me? This is not new. Okay. This diet is not new. I'm literally over here saying my piece before before it becomes one of those moments. Like I'm just like with some like dark circles or some shit, like heaving or something. Because I'm like, what is the fucking problem? What is the fucking problem? Like my stomach is making like a grumbly grumbly. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I had 2 cups of water, and I did go to sleep on wine and, again, some food. So, yeah. Alright, I'm just sorry, I'm being accountable right now. Sorry, I do that. Sometimes I like to just get lost, and I'm gonna watch this because I like to just know how I just totally lost myself in a moment where I was just like literally trying to retrace my steps and try to be accountable for like, okay, so why did she just really make like a grumble grumble sound? Because this is different than oh wait, I oh wait, I'm being poisoned. Because there's moments when there's certain kind of reactions that happen when I have like ingested any food that's been tainted or anything like that nature, and normally have to initially for a long time at periods I would have to go to the hospital for it, but something like this is just like, this is all me, okay? This is all me, okay? I've been especially since I've been really careful about, like, exactly, where I get my food, how I get my food, and who prepares it, and things of that nature, and making sure that it's not left unattended for, like, bouts of time. Whatever. So this is all me. Like, I'm being very accountable for that. Yeah. So basically, my tummy is literally just kind of mad right now because okay, basically there we are. Okay, yeah. So basically, I was laying down on being like a little saddlebag of of food and beverages, and now I'm kind of like upside right, and I'm just like, and that serves me right. It serves me right. It's yeah. Here we go. All right. Yay! Applause for accountability. That's who I am. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, I believe there was a Jesus. I believe in Jesus, and I believe in God because that is the belief system that really aligns with my own. Even I believe that even if I didn't know about God, I would want to walk in a certain kind of way in life. So I feel like, God, under the Christian faith is just a salad bowl of obviously different religions. I like that it is a fusion of different religions, and I do like the fact that there are things, there are really nice tales. That's what I feel like the Bible. There are really nice tales that are inside the Bible. Some of those things are controversial, and some of those things I believe that are accurate. And some of those things I believe that are accurate, I don't believe that are. It's crazy. I don't believe that that I believe some of these stories are accurate, some of these tales are accurate. It's just that I don't believe that God told you. You feel me? It just seems like, it seems like one of those moments where it's just like a kid that is trying to take over responsibility when the parent is gone. Oh, mom said you were to do this. Mom said I can have this. But mom is not here. You feel me? Mom is outside right now, you know, playing spades or whatever like that with the neighbor, Parcheesi or something like that, with the Shenastic Club or something, having a mint julep. That's what mom is doing. Would you want me to interrupt mom in order to find out and confirm whether or not mom said that? And it would likely be no, no, you would not want that to happen. So it's just like, yeah, yeah, I thought so. I can't, unfortunately, people can't really, obviously, people cannot do that and try to verify and be like, you know what, God, that'd be awesome. It would be really fucking awesome. Like, hey, I don't believe you. Let me go ahead and ask the big guy. And they're like, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Yeah, I thought so, bitch. You fucking lied. Okay? I'd say go to hell, but you already know where you're going. Yeah, it's like I'd say go to hell, but I think that you already know where you're going. Like, yeah, you should get ready for the summertime. I think you know why. I think you know why. Like, yeah. Like, what? Be making very coded conversations in the future. Be like, oh, like how do you like your burger? I like it well done. You like things well done, right? You like things you should get used to that. Things well done in hell. So, they were like, yeah, I understand where that reference is because you're going to hell. Yeah. It's like, no, I get it. Yeah. Uh, hell. It's just like, oh my God. Um, but yeah. Okay, well, oh my god, y'all. I hate when my hair gets in my way, like in my eyes or close to my mouth, especially if I'm eating. No, actually, in my eyes or especially if I'm eating, like that's just really a shame. I'm trying to say, especially my eyes, or yeah, or from or from eating. That's really sad that I'm putting food yet again, making it sound more important than my own fucking sight. Wow. Wow. Do you want to know more about me? Because clearly we are seeing my priorities are not fucked up because I'm really trying to clarify exactly where it is on yeah. So yeah, no, I really don't like it when hair is like, either in my please. Even if it's my own hair and I happen to see it, I will literally cut off whatever portion of there if I find out that was ever like, anywhere in the doing it all over again. I'm so serious. I don't I'm like that. I set a standard for myself, or if I set it for others, like I would like to have the place entirely spotless where I'm cooking and I don't want anybody in. I don't even want the fucking cat next to me or anything like that because I want it to be entirely clean. If I find that you are like scratching next to me and you are having hair, I am just this is why I am. I don't have to worry about that for now, but I do will in the future when I be having like, things, cooking and things of that nature. Da, 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 when I have those moments. Um, wow, hold on. I'm proud of me. She's playing the long game right now. Okay. Um, she's gonna get me. She's gonna get me. Yeah. So again, I really don't like it when my hair is like, like, oh God. Like we're on the same team. I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but the other day when this was like really being in my fucking way, I was like, yo, like we're on the same team. Why is my hair really being in my face? Like I really don't like it. But first, actually, no, I was driving, my hair got in my eye, and I was just like so fucking annoyed. And I was like, yo, we're on the same team. We're on the fucking same team. Why are you you're trying to kill us? You're trying to kill us. Like, why? Well, why? Poor quad. Poor fucking quad. Like, yo, you doing the most. You're really doing the most. I literally had to just wrap my finger on it, and I was just like, you know what, here, because you are sacrificing all of us right now, and I can't risk that. Can't risk that. Okay, you're being a minus. You're being a minus. I don't remember cutting my hair that short, so it actually have had to happen like straight out of the bag because it's a wig. Obviously, I'm proud of that. I mean, like I'm not ashamed of that. So I was just like, yo, like what the fuck? Like we're on the same team. Like you got me? Like you're bought for aesthetics. Like what the fuck? Like why are you trying to mess up the skilo? She is playing the long game. All right. Um yeah, what else? 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 Yeah, I mean, just basically a bunch of miserable ass people who I've been cut off, and I'm just keep hearing a repetitive story from people who have just been nothing but users and people who just want to go ahead and, fuck with my life. And I'm just like, I'm definitely over that shit. I'm gonna have to excuse myself because she is being can I mute this? That would be awesome sometimes if you can just you can mute that. Oh, that's awesome. Didn't know about that. Okay, what's this one? Share screen. Oh, okay, that's cool. And what is this one? Share. What does this button do? What is that? Oh, there's just the volume. Okay. So yeah. Nice. That's cool. Nice. I didn't know that. Hello. Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Um, yeah, so 34 minutes and we're 32 minutes into the new day. I'm gonna do some things, obviously, for myself, but ideally, yeah, like there's so many people who abuse religion nowadays. It is just so fucking gross. And you have a fucking book that you pretend, based on a religion that you pretend to love. And it's just like it. it gives no excuses for you to keep making these fuck ups. And also for you to pretend like, oh, you're not fucking with me or that you are not trying to be a hindrance to my life. I'm just gonna leave it like this. If you see this woman as a prerequisite of, any interaction with me or with this person or anybody, because again, this has been going on for decades. So what has happened is just that these are long-standing moments where somebody has had the time to go ahead and establish a community of people to work under their whims and under their motives and desires. And so that includes assassinating my character and doing a lot of harmful shit to me, in which they are the pawns and this person gets off, pretty much scot free. But the thing is just that they are still tethered to crimes and they're still tethered to the experiences that I've had, being accompanied, accompanying with them, or being before, like, in the, having them invited into my circle, and just having to deal with them for over 30 years, because it was until, like, I was in my 30s when I finally cut them off. Finally and permanently cut them off. So, yes, here we are. Here we are. This is also symbolic when I was wearing a black, because it just seemed like, as casted out. It also, I didn't intentionally, I really didn't intentionally mean to wear it. It just turned out that this was somehow symbolic. It was just like, like, this just seems very black sheepish anyway. And I'm gonna have like these other pajamas which are more lighter. It kind of as a pardon me, kind of as a representation of pardon me, from black sheep to clean, because I've gone against people's assumptions of me. And it's just like, I'm just keep on going and keep on moving, where actions definitely speak louder than words. And these people are doing nothing but just showing about how much of a minus they are and why I cut them off in the first place. Okay. And I really like this sweater because it also gives lamb, really, like, it's so cool. So it's almost like a transition, um, because I've always been the one that was, unjustly abused and things of that nature. So I'm just at the point right now where I'm not leaning on to other people in order for understanding. It's just like, just move the fuck out the way, because you've done a lot already. You've done a lot of damage, and a lot of people thought that by me actually being open to community, that I was going to be sensitive or subjected to be fooled, or subjected to be tricked and harmed, to get my hopes up and then be let down, which was bringing a lot of you bitches joy. Like, again, there's so many black people that are so fucking triggered, and they have no one to blame but their own selves. Like, at this big old age, you don't even have your parents to blame anymore. Okay. It's like, at some point in time, you should be moving as a fucking person who, you're not even a testimony. Like, you're the thing that I can make a testimony. Like, you guys are such performing minstrels. You are. You really, really fucking are. Pardon me, because I do seriously have like the cat hairs and things like that nature going on. And it's not mine, or it's not even your children, and it's not even anybody's fault, but for you to fucking deal with at the very fucking end of the day. The very fucking end of the day. And I look forward to, if that day comes where I am blessed to have kids, because I think there's a lot of narratives that are going on where people have oop, here it is. I swear to beans. Always just like these hairs, man. And, dear God. It's like again, it's like, wait, you see that? There. It's just like always just like these little things that are like always my face. So I just I just really believe that this is just these are not even stepping stones. I I detest greatly all these horrible, miserable black people who smile and hold a tambourine and a Bible in their hands, that have used me as a fucking as a fucking method in order to exploit or gain riches off of my abuse. And come in the morning during the Sunday service or during on a TikTok, whatever social platform they use, they're going to use something passive aggressive because they don't like being called out. And it's really sad and pathetic. And like it almost makes me spiteful enough to go ahead and create like my own fucking like yo, they would die. They would die, and I probably would do something like that anyway. Knowing me. Make my own like little fucking platform and just like like usurp their own fucking people. And it's just like, yeah, because like a lot of the shit in their words have been said inspired by me or just literally taking words from my mini speeches and then them going ahead and adding their own 2 cents to it. I appreciate the people who have been speaking up for me. I really do, as always. Like those I don't have a problem or issue with. It's the ones that have that happen to try to criticize, judge, or pretend that they actually have my best interest at heart, but they're just doing things for exploitative reasons in order to try to make it seem necessary. Like, oh hey, look, I'm here so I can help you grow. No, bitch, I've always been growing and I was doing very well. It's just that you guys decided to continue to be extremely, extremely abusive and corrupt. So, here we are. Here we the fuck are. Mm. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my goodness. Earlier today, I was looking. I literally, because when I say I took a nap, I seriously took a nap. There is a recording, bitch, from something I was taking earlier, and it literally says 1 hour 50 minutes and 70 seconds and 40 seconds. Like, yo, at 9:50 p.m. Oh, and I have it next to another one that says part two on the stupid nigger bitch. Like, yo, for real, for real. At 9:50. But yeah. I was listening to something and I'm just gonna go back into it because some of the stuff I don't need, but other stuff I just didn't mind. And yeah. Yeah, because you guys gotta really just like a lot of you people, especially the ones that are talking about like a lot of the Christians and the ones that are talking about like star seed and things of that nature. I'm like, I'm really glad people are speaking out about that and about like how they are and how they have been, kind of duped into serving a and how they've been duped into serving their community or their church based off a very toxic and malicious agenda. Pardon me. I wash my face anyway. I wash my face, do my products and things of that nature. And all that jazz. I'm singing all that jazz in my head. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm more of a lively person, but I'm more of a lively, happy-go-lucky kind of person, and I always have been, which is definitely something that erupted the souls out of somebody who was competing with me, unprovoked. Like this person was definitely triggered, and the whole entire time when I'm thinking that we're buddy buddy, this person was literally my fucking enemy, being extremely close. And I grew up in a family that was very direct with what it is that how they felt when it came to not liking me, or when it came to us having a disagreement about something. And yet somehow they started to gravitate towards somebody who was extremely passive aggressive and decided to go ahead and adopt those same kind of behaviors and methods and did a lot of fuck shit behind my back. So that's why I don't talk to these people anymore. And God, not even God himself, not even Jesus himself, okay? Can't even fucking reconnect us, bitch. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I have good moments and bad, like I have agreeable moments and disagreeable moments about things in the church where it's just like, yeah, no, I don't care for all of it when it comes to you trying to, you know, reiterate some kind of word from the passage in order for you to try to control and manipulate me. And so that way I can further suffer based off on your intentional fuck shit. Not doing that. I don't need to do that. And that was the whole point of having fucking several denominations under the Christian guise anyway. I mean, under the Christian umbrella, there's different denominations, under the Christian faith, there's baptism, there's Catholic, there's Jehovah's Witness, but it's just like there's so many. Well, I'm gonna say so many, but I mean there's enough. Okay, and you can always chop it up into pieces. So how I choose to decide to represent and love God is on me. Pardon me. I'm like be fucking happy that I actually it's like be fucking happy that I actually appreciate God right now because you're like a lot of you bitches are competing right now with several other denominations because you suck. Okay, a lot of y'all suck. Granted, mm, granted, love the holidays. It's awesome time. Decorations, amazing. Candies, awesome. Okay. Love those sales so I can buy me some shit. You feel me? But at the very end of the day, when it comes down to your personality and your character, it's really questionable. And you really want some fuck shit. And that's not something that people should always go ahead and try to put up with. It's not. It's really, really not. That's just said that on the good side, where it's just like about this country when it comes to it being United Nations is just that, yeah, we believe in God though, but some of us also don't believe in God. And then some of us also believe in other versions of a figure where it's like there's some people who don't believe in God, and there's some of us who actually believe in one person. Some people believe in multiple gods. I'm just like that just sounds like a fucking headache because I can't even remember like a lot of people's like birthdays in its entirety unless unless like we're really fucking close. I can remember the month. I can remember like I can remember the month, but it has to be in the calendar. Pardon me for the most part. God. Sorry, I drank all the water. Hold on for a moment. This went down the wrong pipe. Hold on for a moment, baby. Hold on. Are we good? Are we good? We good? Are we good? Okay. All right. I think we're good. Too funny. But yeah, I just man, oh man, I feel like I was gonna say chicken and egg, just to be playful. I feel like there's moments where there we go. When it warms up, you can feel the cake. You can taste the cake. It's no longer like that imaginary film of coldness of whatever it is, the chemical that is, that makes the refrigerator, cold. I can just essentially taste the cake itself, and it tastes good. This is room temperature. Mm, so good. Pardon me for jumping around. Like I said, I was a more of I mean, if you like my energy now, you should have seen me earlier back in the day. It was definitely like a walking fucking ball of sunshine. But I can see it can be dangerous. And that's why I want to share it. Only under, certain circumstances. Obviously, I'm not gonna deprive myself of having that energy in my own fucking home, in my own fucking privacy. It's just that knowing in the environment that I'm in and how crazy people are with wanting to be around said energy, I just can't let it out all the time, or I can't allow myself to. I can't give that kind of that kind of access to people who are narcissists and things of that nature. So, and stalkers. Okay. Like you don't even have to be a narcissist. You can just be, an unwanted and unwelcome, pathetic loser ass stalker. And so I don't want to give you that. Sometimes you got to remember your place to just like, you might want to think, or a lot of you guys want to say, like, oh, she's probably this, that, here, and the third. And it's just like, no, sometimes I just, I'm remembering where I'm at and I'm just handling it accordingly. I'm living right. I'm living. I'm just living. I'm living accordingly. Okay. Again, this world is inhabited majorly by niggers, coons, and racists. And some of them can actually change. Some of them can't. Some will choose to change, and some of them won't. And while they go handle that, I'm just doing me. I'm living within reason, accordingly, doing what it is that I want when I want. And a lot of people who are losing their, so-called illusion of power, they're finding themselves having to lean into the TV with remote kind of energy. And that's on them. That is on them. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. And it's so weird because even the most disciplinarians, they have you kind of think about like some of these people who try to act all big and bad, talking all this shit. They really bitch and punk up around somebody, some some authority figure. Shit, sometimes even to themselves. They didn't do the thing, that they said they were gonna do, and they really, really take it out on themselves. And because that inner voice in there is telling them what a lot of us already know: you're a loser. Never be good enough. You are second to Shalice because she's better than you because you are a punk ass bitch who did some punk ass shit. You had to lie, you had to use sex, you had to cheat, you had to buy people, you had to bribe, and all this other kind of shit. And Shalice is just literally SpongeBobbing it up. Hmm. Nice. This is so cute though. I love this. Can I? God, I'm sorry. Isn't it adorable? It still says "Save the Bees." So cute. Thank you for um, viewing this video, and I will check you all out later. It's so weird because I know that there are pretty much several different type of scenarios going on right now, but again, after that video the first time, I was dancing, I was eating, learning languages, again, dancing, singing. Y'all gotta push some other kind of narrative because y'all miserable and desperate at this point, and it's giving pathetic as per usual. And it just, I would really like it if there was a way in order for you, other than just for the name of niggers and coons, if there was another way for you guys to kind of separate yourselves from the black identity. Because I'd still like to go ahead and associate with certain people, obviously based on just a character. It's just really, really fucked up now. You have really trashed the experiences and the pursuits and things of that nature. Mm. Hold on. You see that? So these the icons were doing like some little jumpy things. Oh, you see that? It was down there. It's not doing it anymore. But I do have it on camera on how first these were up here. We're doing like little jumps, but I literally have it on live where these two at the bottom were doing like little we're doing like a little black thing. It's 12:54 p.m. March 31st. I just want to do it now. But oh boy, got you on live. This want to do anymore? No? You want to do anymore? No? No? Nothing? No? You want to do it? That's okay. It almost seems like that. It's like it's okay. I got it right here. Hey, but, but I'm your boyfriend. I got it right here. Hey, but I'm your boyfriend. I got it right here. Hold on. Daffy's not your boyfriend. I'm your boyfriend. What was that? What? Say it again. But I'm your boyfriend. That's okay. I'm your boyfriend. Oh shit! Hold on. Forgot I can't show it. And let me see it in brightness. So these mm, hold on. Let me see that. So these the icons were doing like some little jumpy things. Oh, you see that? So these hold on. You see that? So these the icons were doing like some little jumpy things. Oh, you see that? So these hold on. You see that? So these look at the icons. We're doing like some little jumpy things. Oh, you see that? So these the icons. We're doing like some little jumpy things. Oh, you see that? So you go back in it and you'll see the part where it starts to jump in there. But like it's really annoying because I'll be getting also glitches and things of that nature on my fucking phone. So and then all of a sudden things don't want to work. And I'm like, yo, like this is really crazy. And I would have space. So it's nothing about like, oh, like your iPhone is full. Because even at one point, even when I had like literally like 5 gigabytes of space left, it would say, oh, iPhone is full. And I'm like, oh, even prior to that, I would have Even if I had like 16 bits of space, sometimes it would jump and say things about like, oh, iPhone storage is full. I'm like, oh, how's it full? I literally didn't do anything to it. Or this will happen. I will have like disturbances, or like there would be icons on here jumping. I recorded it before via my pardon via my iPad. And then I have recorded it via like the screen recording. And now I literally just have it on live, on fucking live. So yeah. Yep. Um, anyway, it's insane. It's really fucking insane. But you saw yourself. All right. The moment here that I wanted to go ahead and continue to express is just that I find myself at a point right now of just, of newness. And it's weird because, well, I'm not entirely in itself weird, because this is not something new. I've experienced this when I was a kid, dealing with people who just won't grow up and change. But it's like, I myself see things as they are, where regardless of what other people are doing, I myself am moving accordingly. And I get to say exactly what it is and who it is that I want to be around, and regardless of what other people's narrative is saying. And it's really weird for people to go ahead and try to affix a certain kind of label on me, or kind of storyline and things of that nature. Um, and in regards to, some heinous and hideous kind of things. And I'm just like, no, that didn't happen. This isn't true. And like, why didn't you come to me about this? A lot of people didn't. A lot of people actually wanted to be a part of the mess. A lot of people wanted to be part of the chaos. And a lot of people wanted to be part of the opportunistic exploitation and perversion. So that's neither here nor there, because again, well, no, excuse me, it's not neither here nor there, because these are actually crimes because of the lens that they went to. But yeah, I'm not gonna allow. It's just like I'm just going to observe, witness, and notate again what all these niggers, coons, and races are gonna do, and I'm gonna move accordingly, because I cannot wait with this life that, it's just one life. I cannot wait for these people. What? First off, I just cannot wait for these people to die. If you wanted me to be fucking honest, I just cannot wait for these people to die. But I cannot wait for these people to get their shits together. And then, and I think that's another thing that they are just waiting, what they were hoping for. These were the people who wanted to party hard and do a lot of fuck shit and expect me to, just continue carrying the weight and taking care of these people. And it's just like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I think one of the most ugliest things that I had deleted. I had erased. I was gonna say erase or delete it, but I erased a footage of this thing about Rihanna when she was super super young, and they were just like, oh, she was at a a radio show, and they were asking her. Sorry, I had ate the carrot cake, and so it's really creamy right now. So, and I'm kind of like lactose intolerant, so it's really coming back at me. um, so she said that one of the things that she was embarrassed about, or she didn't like, was the fact that people were making rumors about her because of something, of like a scar or something like that that she had, and they were making it seem like it was something else. And that's literally something that I've one of the things that I had to disprove in court, because there were people making up stories about me. And again, even on fucking what is it, on social media, like I had to go ahead and just kind of clear my name. I can't keep doing this. So that's why I wanted to have things like all out. And people are trying to tell me blindly to go ahead and speak up. And it's just like, all this shit could stop if you would just be fucking honest from the get go and literally tell me the source of, like, okay, I get it. It's from these people. But why don't you go ahead and tag me and show me a lot of this shit that's been going on behind the scenes? But you won't. You won't. You like this little intrigue. You like being messy. You like pretending to be a tarot reader or a psychic or a motivational coach or a pastor with insight and things of that nature. You like the feeling of being needed. For some reason, there's so many broken Black people that have some type of deficit, deficit where they have some unhealed wounds, and so they're willing to harm someone in order to try to feel a little bit of fullness, a lot of, I guess, like, closure, and that's sick, that's toxic. That should actually be something studied. Why are so many black people so fucking, like, mentally ill in that department? It doesn't excuse exactly what they're doing, but it's definitely something I guess somebody can go ahead and make bank or try to get a fucking Pulitzer on, even if it's black person themselves. But as people were going ahead to sit back, as people were taking advantage of black people by having them undo a lot of this shit, or having them undo a lot of the hard effort and work that black civil rights leaders and things of that nature were working so hard for, and having us, hold accountable the people who decided to take opportunities and exploit us and work as hard and indentured servant indentured servitude and still owe us back pay for like reparations or for all the death and the time and the years wasted from from our ancestors, from our elders. And the modern black people were just kind of like having a way with it by going ahead and acting as horrible as the oppressors and the slave owners. And then it started opening up and exposing, like, hey, did you know that Africans went ahead and sold um, their own people to everybody and really just try to make it into like a bustling business? And they got a lot of profits off of it, and they fed their families with it, of course, and they made, and people, even white people right now, are still trying to make it justifiable. Like, yo, America would not have been what America is if we didn't have so many people, if we didn't have slavery, if we didn't have, if we didn't trick the Native Americans and decide to kill so many of them and steal from them and take their land and things of that nature. Like, America wouldn't be what America, like, that's just sounds so fucking mental. And it's the same kind of justifications people are using in order to go ahead and harm me. But I've already been always out in the open, and I've always been a person to share exactly things that I learned. I'm like, "Oh, hey guys, did you know this?" And people know this. People like, and I'm not saying people know the things that I would talk about or I'm sharing. People know that I would be the person willing to go ahead and share materials and things that I learned with the public. They just didn't want it to be learned or heard from me. I mean, like, they wanted to hear it from me, but they wanted to get the rewards of it being said through their fucking mouths, and pretending like they came up with the concept. And day by day, we can go ahead and prove that by me always, speaking out in the meantime, me always having to, just go ahead and put, my content out there. Because in the meantime, Black people definitely show their asses on who they are, who they pretend to be, and who they're not. And for again, for because I'm talking about like in the majority, in the majority context, um, and if the majority of them are niggers, coons, racist, then that's, yeah. And it's crazy that how so many people are offended by, you know, my words or like my perception of them. But it's just like you cluster fucked and swarmed around and decided it was okay, or you try to make the human zoo experiments and abuse normal. You were the ones that decided to put bodily fluids into my foods and drinks and think that shit was funny. You decided to put poisons and things of that nature into my food and think it was funny. You thought it was funny to sabotage me doing financial abuse. And by financial abuse, I mean destroying my property and things of that nature in order for me to spend the money that I've already, make, modest money. I already make modest means. And it was just like you decided to destroy properties of mine and things of that nature in order for me to go ahead and fix those responsibly. You decided that it was funny for me to be a fucking hard worker. You know, right now we are at a moment where there are more men than women though, but not enough men are worthy of being with women. And so you try to make it very funny that it's that I am a hard worker, or that I decide to not want to put up with having a man in my company. And yet you are upset that you lay down with ugly, deplorable, sweaty, disgusting men, all because like he's giving you money so that way you don't have to work as hard as me. The way how I see it is like I am the red hen, and a lot of you bitches are the pigs from the storybook Red Hen. You are, you are the lazy, lame animals that should really just be put down and slaughtered. Because while you're over here and all other kind of bullshit, I don't mind, others pecking away, scratching at the earth in order to plant my wheat, see it grow, and bake and make my bread and enjoy it in the company of whomever decides to help me grow it, prepare it, and bake it. And since there's no one, I've been eating alone and I've been enjoying it every fucking last crumb. So, again, while you think that this shit is entertaining, I think it's more entertaining that you are the thing that has just been really making yourself loud enough to be slaughtered. All that noise that you've been doing, you've just been putting yourself right there in the farmer's eye to really be a fucking minus. Because I'm the valuable one. And you have just been doing nothing but using the time to delay me, whilst being a fucking problem, a nuisance, an anchor. You're trying to distract people with fallacies and all that other kind of shit. But it's just like at any point in time, somebody can really just go ahead and do what you did. And it's the same thing about like, just copying. You were never the blueprint. I was traditionally and originally the blueprint. And you went ahead and went to try to copy me and other people. And other people can do that. Other people will do that. I guarantee fucking to you. You are supremely nothing. You really are. You are seriously replaceable. And a lot of the things, if not many things, that is, people would find ideal about you is actually just remnants of me that have been hidden. So, yes, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. It's definitely got to make you just a little bit, let's being humble. It's definitely getting you to a point where you are just like itching with fucking annoyance and trouble. Probably crying too. Probably bitching and crying. Oh, I'm a victim. But you don't insert the part where you've been like the malicious bitch, you know? And this is just more than one person. There's many. Okay. I'm talking about, relatives and things of that nature too. But, I want to go off and end this with a high note. Definitely, again, I'm going to go do my face because I'm awesome, wonderful, amazing. I am the thing and the figure and the being that is most deserving of all our flowers and of peace and justice. So I'm going to live my life as how I want it. And you all will be, you will get yours. You will get yours. If not now, definitely in really hard ways, you will get yours. Until you learn that, maybe you shouldn't be trying to fuck with people who had nothing but good intentions for you. And as you try to pretend that you are somebody who you're not, what happens in the dark in regards to all the horrible bullshit that you've done will definitely come to the light. Especially, and even more so, once more people become confident and no longer afraid of the fuck shit that they've done and the horribleness, I mean, that's one of the biggest fears. That's one of the biggest sabotages too. Like, for you guys to really just sabotage your whole fucking identity and positions, it's just like, somebody's got to step up. And whoever is going to actually be brave enough or smart enough to do so, that right there shows like a redemption arc. That right there shows a fucking leader. Make that person the mayor. You feel me? Like for real. I'm actually very serious. Whomever is deserving of that title, of that responsibility, is definitely. Yep, yep. All right, guys, I'm gonna go because again, I'm gonna go do some more things for me because I do love myself. Contrary to how these people perceive things, I do love myself. So I'm gonna go have some me time as per use, and I will check you all later. All right, bye.